Okay, so I'm back and I have two things here. These are, I'm gonna move this for a second. Come on, buddy. Okay, I don't know why I just call him buddy. I have two Staedtler art liners, pigment liners here with me. My smallest ones I have, which is 0.1 and 0.3. I got these is for my, I got 4, but the other ones are too big for lashes. But I got these from Michael's. They were about, I would say for all 4, maybe like, well, I used a coupon, so, I mean, it'd only be like $10 with a coupon, maybe less than that. But maybe they were like $19.99 just full price, or like $15 or $16.99, one of those 3. And that's a pretty good price because these are really good quality. As you can see, they're meant for art because I am an artist myself, so I definitely use them all the time. But I think I can get them to work with customs. They're like really small, fine liners, which is basically like a black marker. But you might have like a Sharpie one, but I don't really recommend that. It would just go everywhere. And this is not, this is a test, really. I've never done it before on a pet, so if this is a really good custom that you made and you don't want anything to happen to it, I would just try the liner out first and try washing a pet with the liner on them and see if it stays. And if it does, then you can go ahead and do it on your custom. But I'm just doing it anyways because this is just a test custom for me as well. So we're gonna try putting the lashes on. I don't have anything here I can test it on. I'll do my hand real quick. I'm just gonna be doing this kind of design. 2 or 3 at the most. As you can see, just like a 3 lash design that kind of curls up on the eye here on the side. You're gonna wanna really start small. I have my smallest liner here just to kind of get the baseline of it. As you can be careful with the paw, I almost messed it up there. You're gonna get the baseline of the lash. This is gonna be hard on camera. Okay. I'll put it closer to me. You can probably hear me really loud now. We're gonna start with the baseline right here at the edge of the face. And we're gonna just go out and up. I don't really have any tips because I'm practicing this on myself. I've never done this before on a pet, so I can't give you any guarantees or any tips. But be really careful. I think 2 looks fine. I'm just going to try to thicken these lines up a tiny bit just to make them look a little more real. I might completely ruin it, but probably not. Okay, there we go. As you can see, she has 2 lashes now, so it looks a lot more feminine in one eye, and the other eye looks really boyish. So we're going to try for the other eye, and this is the hardest part for me because I'm right-handed, and doing left eyes, this is the left eye for me. Doing left eyes on anything, even drawings, is always hard for me because I'm just really used to doing right side things, I guess. So doing left eyes is hard for me because once I do one eye perfect, I always mess up the other eye. So we're going to try to do this, and I'm going to be doing it off camera because I'm going to mess it up if I do it on camera. I'm sorry. But basically just do the same thing. I don't really have too many tips for it because I've never done it myself. But you're just going to do it really small, and if you want to make the lashes bigger or thicker afterwards, do that. But you're going to do, like I said, you're going to make your own guideline and then follow that guideline when you're doing whatever you want with it. I wouldn't recommend using nail polish for lashes because it comes out really choppy. I've tried it before, so don't do that. Just don't. Use a Sharpie before you use nail polish. I'll be right back. So the left eye kind of came out better than the right eye. So I found the best way is to hold it upside down. That's a really good technique. Or sideways for the right eye, maybe. Because I didn't hold it anyway for the right eye, as you could probably have seen. But it came out really nicely, so it looks a lot more feminine now. And I'm gonna be doing her tail after I finish the. This is the hardest part for me. The end is when you would do the head and the tail, and this is hard for me because I have to hold it by something. But usually it's the head. But since the ears are dry, that's really something I didn't force anyone to do as part of the tutorial, but now coming to think of it, you really should let the ears dry before you do anything else. Just like 30 minutes to an hour should be good, maybe even 20 minutes, just enough so that you do not mess up the ears. Because if I wanted, sorry it's noisy, if I wanted to do the hair now or the tail, I can just hold it by the ears now, so I don't have to hold it by the head like I normally do, which is really helpful for anyone really. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to try and do something to the hair, maybe just some light glitter. But first, I'm just going to do the tail real quick, and I think I'm just going to make the tail pink because I like the color pink a lot. I don't know if you guys know that. My favorite color used to be purple, but now it's pink. I'm making this video so personal. I'm just gonna, if you guys want me to make a video just like talking, I will totally do that for you guys. I'm gonna be doing that mostly on my personal channel though, which is Cutie Trudy. I don't know if the link in the description works anymore. I think it might have broke or something. So I'll be putting that link in pop-up right here if you want to check me out on there. I haven't put too many videos on there yet, like 3 I think, but I'm definitely going to be more active on there from now on because I'm really getting into the whole personal stuff. I don't know if you guys are ever curious about me or my life or anything like that, but if you are, definitely go check out my other channel. It'll be all about that stuff. Everything, my art, everything you'd ever want to know will be on that. And I decided that I'm going to make half of her tail silver and half of her tail pink, just by the way. See, when you're doing something, you might decide in that process you want it to be different, which is something I honestly think that taking risks on a custom is definitely a really good option, because if you want it to be perfect, then you'd probably it's just gonna look really bad. Taking risks on a custom will blow you away in the end. You'll be surprised at your own custom because you just did something you wouldn't normally do on that custom, which made it awesomer than you could have imagined. That's one thing I did with my Easter custom DIY. I decided to add spots to it instead of just the normal ears and the paws, and that totally blew me away. The outcome of the design, I really loved it. So I just like taking risk on custom, on anything, art too. It's just be creative, be yourself. Don't try to be like someone else. Don't use someone else's idea. Just be yourself and do what you want with your customs. Don't let anyone tell you that you shouldn't do that. Never let that drag you down at all. This is something that is yours, that you created, and you should take credit for it. Don't let anyone steal your design. If anyone tries to bully you about it, don't ever let them do that. Tell somebody, tell your parents. You can talk to me about it. I'm always open to conversations, but just always be yourself when you're doing anything artistic. It's always is better for the outcome of the custom itself. That's one thing I learned a lot through my years of anything artistic, is don't reference. Like, for instance, if you see someone's custom and you really like the custom, please don't try to make a copy of that custom, because it won't be your custom. It'll just be their custom, and it won't have your creativity in that custom. And then in the end, you'll be like, oh, this is not my own creation, this is someone else's creation, what have I done? And it's not a good feeling. Don't do that. That's just my advice. So I'm trying to decide what glitter to put in the hair, and I decided I'm going to use this. And we're going to see how that works out. I might not like it, but the good thing with glitter is it's really easy to remove because it doesn't always stain. As far as I can tell, I've never had a glitter that stained like my nails or anything. So I'm just going to be doing it. The hair is really abruptly cut off on the actual pet. I'm sorry, I'm getting this camera blurry. But this polish is really thick, so it's going to be, okay. Personally, in my years, thick polish is really easy. I don't know why I'm using the brush. I'm not using my paintbrush. Thick polish is really easy to use with customs. I definitely like thick polish with customs because, I'm sorry, I have a hair on my brush. I definitely like using thick polish for customs because you don't have to go over layer and layer, and all in all the strokes, and it's just a lot easier to use thick polish on customs. I definitely really, okay, there's different kinds of polishes. Some polish I use is super thin, and I just don't like thin polish. All in all, it's just really, it wears a lot easier. Like, you're gonna have a custom, and then a little while later you're gonna have a kind of a custom, because I don't like the glitter. I don't like the glitter at all, so I'm gonna just take it off. But after you have that custom, it's just gonna wear off. So thick polish is a really great thing. Thick polish team, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this glitter off now. Basically, I just have like a diaper wipe here, and I'm just gonna wipe this off. We're gonna see how this works. I haven't wiped off nail polish in a long time off a pet, because usually if I don't like it, I'll fix it without having to wipe it off. And usually I don't use a wipe. Q-tips are the best thing, but I'm just too lazy to go get one. I'm sorry, I'm lazy. I'm so weird. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab Q-tip. See, that is, you can always remove it. I just touched the tail. Oh, dang. Dang, what is wrong with me today? So I got pretty much all the glitter off. A few specks are still left in the... I don't really care that much because I'm just going to be painting over it. That's basically what I do. So, I'm going to be doing silver with pink tips. We're going to see how that works because I haven't really tried putting color over color in a long time on a custom. So we're going to try that out. And I'm going to try to get in the lines too because I don't want it to be off the lines. I'm picky about that. Like if it's out of the lines, I don't like that. I'm really picky when it comes to customs, and that's a good thing. It's good to be picky. That means your custom will have a much better outcome. Oh, another thing is, if you think you ruined your custom when you're in the process of customizing it, don't think that, because trust me, you did not ruin it. A custom, like that's not even possible. It's your own creation, and whatever happens to it, it's gonna be beautiful no matter what. So if you think you ruined it or something, finish it, because in the end you're gonna be like, I'm so happy I didn't trash this custom, it came out so beautiful. I've had that experience a lot, and especially with art, it happens to me all the time. I'll be drawing something or doing an artistic thing like that. I do art all the time, and it's just something I do. So I'll be doing something like that, and then I'll ruin it, and I'll be like, no, what have I done? And a few days later, I'll just leave it. I won't throw it away, because a lot of times when I'm mad, I'll throw it away because I spent a lot of time working on it, and then I ruined it in the end or halfway through, or even at the start, and I'll be like, no, and I'll be really sad. But then I'll come back a few days later, and I'll always find a way to fix it, and I'll be really grateful to myself that I didn't throw it away. So just don't trash your work. Don't do that. That's a really bad option. So I colored her hair, and I'm gonna wait for that to dry before I put the pink on it. And what I'm gonna do while we're waiting is, this is a little harder for beginners. So this is part you can skip if you don't think that you're ready for something a little more complex. But I really think this is where your artistic side comes out after you have your basics down. I'll be doing her pads in a second, but I'm going to be adding little highlights to her chest fur. As you can see, she has chest fur down there on the bottom. Probably all pets do. I'm going to be holding her by her ears because that's the dry part on her now. And I'm just going to be adding little pink highlights. This is a really a good option too, because if it goes south, if it doesn't work, you can always just color on the whole chest. So we're just gonna, again, the guidelines are already there. Oh, I just touched the hair, didn't I? The guidelines are already there because the fur tips is where you're gonna be painting. So your guidelines are basically already on the pet, so you don't have to like make them yourself like you did with the, what was it? The tail, I do believe. Oh no, the lashes, that was it. Sorry, I was just trying to think. And I think now that I'm thinking about it, I like the way this is coming out, so I'm going to add silver as well. I messed up a little bit on the first one, but like I said, it doesn't matter. This is your own creation. It's special and it's unique, and if you mess up, it's not a mess up. Like, okay, think about your body. You have to have a birthmark or something on you, a scar, anything somewhere. And what, are you gonna just trash yourself because you have something that's not perfect on you? Because in reality, that's just part of you. It's nothing wrong with you. I have a big scar on my leg. It happened. I got cut really bad on my leg, really deep. And I never liked this scar. I don't like scars. But that's just part of me, and that's something that you have to be okay with. And if you don't accept yourself, then, well, what's the point, you know? So always accept yourself and who you are. That's basically what I'm trying to say with the custom is, don't just give up if something doesn't look perfect, because in reality, no one or nothing's perfect. So your custom doesn't have to be perfect either, like at all. It can literally just be a big blob of color and it'll still be beautiful because it's your own unique creation. I'm using a kind of style I use with shading coloring for the chest fur, and I'm gonna redo the pink real quick with this style, and that's basically kind of like strokey strokes where it kind of fades the top. I don't know, it's not as easy with polish, but you're just gonna be using kind of like strokes with a brush to kind of just create like a liney, like an uneven line. because this will help with the look of a natural kind of fur look, if you get what I'm trying to say, because I draw wool, so I definitely draw fur a lot, and this is a really good way to shade fur. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up and down and just up, keep going up and down, and you're going to give it an uneven kind of look, because with that uneven look, it's going to look a lot more realistic on your actual pet. I kind of like where this is going. I like the way this looks. I like the way chest fur looks. So I'm going to fill it in. But the middle is not going to be any of the two colors I have here. I'm going to try using the liner, glitter liner red. Oh crap. Oh, whoa. Oh my god. I have to show you guys this. This is another thing that happens because you don't even know what's happening. Apparently my liner that I'm using, its lid wasn't shut all the way. And again, it got on my table, but this is a table that I can use nail polish around, like I said before, so I'm fine. But this is another example of if you're using something you don't want to get nail polish on, always have something under it, because it happens and you don't even know it at all. Like right now, like if you were using it on your bed or something like a desk that you can't really use nail polish remover on, it would be completely ruined and you'd be sad and your parents would probably be mad at you. But definitely have something under you if you're inside the house. If it's not like an outside table, definitely have something under you. But we're gonna try this and see how it looks. Definitely liking how this is looking. Like I got 3 colors. It looks really good. And get a little bit on my brush because as you can see, it looks a little thin, like a little choppy. You want it to be solid. And if you don't have enough on your brush, it won't be solid. This is a little harder of design for beginners, so if you don't want to do a design like this, I wouldn't risk it. This is the part where you're just going to try to be super careful with what you're doing. Because if you don't like the way, you can add more, but taking away anything on a design as small as this and complex, it'll be really hard. So definitely just start small. Somewhere needs more color or somewhere doesn't have enough color or something like that, you can always add more. But if you think somewhere has too much color, you're gonna have a challenge there because it's really difficult to try to take away paint. That's something that I don't recommend doing. So we're gonna try to get the pink on the top like it is on her front. We're gonna blend it in with this pink that's already there. This is kind of like my own guideline because the pink that I have is already there. And I'm not going all the way around the back either because there's no fur there, so I'm using the fur guidelines as where I'm going to stop, like we did with the paws. I got a little on her head there, but I don't really care. And we're going to try to get up here. I need a little more paint on my brush. Like I said, always have enough paint on your brush. Okay, there we go. I like to get a lot on my brush. Oh, I knocked my polish over again. You see, that's another reason. You might bump your polish and then it goes everywhere. And then you're like, no! Same thing with paint. Just always have something under it. And another technique, if you don't have any of these, if you use an airbrush for anything, I would definitely recommend using airbrushing for paint. I'm working up money to buy one for custom videos. I'll also do tutorials on airbrush custom videos, but that's definitely a yes option for customizing pets. Definitely, for sure. I mean, like, really, that's a really good option because I'm not precise on how they made LPS, but like with LPS 58, more commonly known as Sage. How do you think they got that white on his mouth? You can tell what an airbrush looks like, and that definitely looks like airbrush, the white around his mouth, like the most fading part. So that's why I definitely recommend using the airbrush for customs. If you're good with airbrush, if you don't know how to use airbrush, don't do it. Or, like I said, practice makes perfect. So if you have an airbrush or you're getting airbrush, practice with that because that will so help with customizing LPS, like a lot, trust me. And I'm just kind of doing my own thing. Like I said, if you're doing like a kind of a design similar to this, use a technique where you do kind of like strokes, like a lot of individual strokes on the neck. I'll be doing a close-up on the neck in a few seconds, or at the end of this video when she dries. I'm letting her dry overnight, so the end of this video will be another day. like tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow before I continue this video. But as you can see, I had to go back over the red a little bit, and now her neck is done. I love the way it came out a lot, and I'm really proud of it. Really, I'm like so proud of it. But as you can see, I'm touching the hair, so that means it's dry enough to put the pink on. And we're gonna put the pink on her hair, and then the red on her paws, and then she will be done until tomorrow when I decide, if I decide to add glitter to her ears or something, like a thin see-through glitter. I will do that. Probably not. We'll just be adding a top coat tomorrow mainly.